John Cena goes bald to match The Rock. After turning heel the best and worst of SmackDown, why Naomi turned heel on WWE SmackDown, LA Knight speaks out. After snagging the United States Championship again, Netflix steps up as WWE's new home in India. The original plan was to turn Cody Rhodes heel, Triple H on the future of Travis Scott in WWE after controversy. John Cena's next major appearance confirmed. Let's dive right in. The best and worst of SmackDown. The latest SmackDown had a big job, answering questions left hanging after a wild Elimination Chamber event. Cody Rhodes kicked things off, talking about what went down over the weekend. He called out John Cena, begging him to come get some after Cena shocked everyone by turning on him to team up with The Rock. Elsewhere, Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre kept ambushing each other. McIntyre jumped Priest backstage, while Priest got revenge by attacking the Scottish Warrior after Drew's so-so win against Jimmy Uso. Meanwhile, Alexa Bliss made a big return at the Royal Rumble and fought in the Women's Elimination Chamber, but WWE didn't use her this time. Here's what stood out, good and bad, from SmackDown after the Chamber chaos. Number 1, worst. Randy Orton keeps repeating himself about Kevin Owens. Randy Orton came out sounding like he'd been sipping Michael Cole's Kool-Aid. He started SmackDown by saying Kevin Owens was jealous of everyone, which is why he turned on Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn. It felt like Orton, Rhodes, and Cole were all reading from the same boring script about Owens. The Viper said Owens was mad about Cody's title, not about how Cody teamed up with Roman Reigns, who'd beaten Owens down for years. Orton also claimed Owens envied Sami's rise to stardom. But if anyone actually listened to Owens, they'd know he was furious about Cody working with Reigns after all that tyrant did. Owens hasn't exactly hidden why he snapped. Orton even bragged about wanting to kick Owens' face so hard his own family wouldn't know him. Funny coming from a guy who's punted legends like Ric Flair and Christian back in the day. Number 2, best. Chelsea Green. Honors a legend and gets help. Chelsea Green is so good at being herself that it's tough not to cheer for her. She paid tribute to WWE legend Mick Foley by dressing up as Cactus Jack for her Philadelphia street fight against Mission. Seeing today's stars honor old-school heroes like Foley always feels special. Chelsea made it her own, slapping her name on the Wanted Dead or Alive shirt instead of Jack's. Piper Niven tried to help America's champion keep her title, but it was the returning Alba Fire who sealed the deal. After the match, Fire stepped in to make sure Green held onto the gold, giving a nod to the Women's United States champion. Number 3, best and worst. Building up to Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman, round 2. Solo Sikoa faced off with Braun Strowman this week after messing up Braun's US title shot last time. The match was what you'd expect. Big hits from both guys, with Strowman crashing into tables and chairs. As Solo was about to lose, Tama Tonga jumped in, forcing a disqualification. That ending kept both stars looking strong, but the real excitement came when Jacob Fatu showed up alone. Fans went nuts for the Samoan werewolf as he and Strowman tried to smash each other all over the place. Fatu shrugged off a chokeslam on the announce desk and later got slammed through a table in the crowd. This feud's got big money written all over it. They need to run it back at a huge show. Number 4, worst. Charlotte Flair keeps owning Tiffany Stratton. Piper Niven and Chelsea Green talked Niven into facing Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown. After Niven lost again, Charlotte Flair swooped in and attacked the champ, just like she'd promised. She'd said before she'd hit Stratton every time she stepped in the ring. Problem is, this is the 3rd time in a row Flair's come out on top. WrestleMania 41 is still over a month away, and this one-sided beatdown is getting old. They've got to mix it up soon if we're supposed to think Stratton's got any shot against Flair and her endless winning streak. Number 5, best. A clean win in a SmackDown tag team match. Tag team matches on SmackDown have been a mess lately, ending dirty every week. The Street Profits have been jumping half the division, while DIY keeps ruining other teams' chances. This time, Pretty Deadly took on Los Garza and the Motor City Machine Guns for a shot at the titles. Next week, the Profits will face DIY, and Pretty Deadly will take on whoever wins. Crazy things can happen in a triple threat match, but WWE gave Elton Prince and Kit Wilson a straight-up victory. Nick Aldis even broke out a whiteboard to explain where the SmackDown tag teams stand right now. Number 6, best and worst. LA Knight takes back the United States title in the main event. LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura have been battling over the US title since last fall. Nakamura stole it from Knight at Survivor Series, but his latest title run was a letdown. He only defended it twice. In SmackDown's main event, the megastar won back what he'd lost. Knight's still red hot with the crowd and could do big things with the belt heading into WrestleMania season. The fans love the win, but it's another reminder of how the bookers keep dropping the ball with Nakamura. Even with his cool new samurai vibe, music, and look, they can't seem to give him a real story. Number 7, worst. There's got to be more going on, right? Bianca Belair watched her two best pals fall apart while she was stuck in a pod at Elimination Chamber. She still pulled it together to win the match for the second time. But on Raw 2 days later, she acted like nothing happened, dancing, smiling, and dressed like she was headed to a fancy party. The EST said she'd talk about it after checking in with her friends. Her SmackDown moment was what we should have seen on Raw. No dancing or smiles this time. She walked out in all black like she was at a funeral. After some awkward back and forth, Naomi admitted she attacked Cargill because she felt like she was just tagging along with Belair. Bianca walked off as Cargill showed up. The EST and Storm locked eyes for a second before Naomi got beat down again. The Glows got no hope against Belair and Cargill, so there's got to be a bigger reason behind all this. Why Naomi turned heel on WWE SmackDown. This week's SmackDown dropped a bombshell. Naomi finally turned heel. In a heavy, emotional moment with Bianca Belair, the Glow admitted she was the one who'd secretly attacked Jade Cargill. That confession left the EST crying her eyes out. Right after, the Storm stormed in and tore Naomi apart on the spot. So why did the 37-year-old star switch to the bad side this week? Let's break down 3 big reasons. It looks like WWE's been cooking this heel turn for a while, and now the Glow's gone full villain on the blue brand. Ever since that mystery attack storyline started, Naomi, a real-life bloodline family member, has been the top suspect. When the Storm came back at Elimination Chamber and pointed the finger at Naomi, it was only a matter of time before this week's heel turn went down. It's a smart move. Naomi's been a killer heel before, shining with Sasha Banks and Tamina in Team Bad. Her owning up to attacking Jade Cargill sets the stage for a huge WrestleMania showdown between them. That's a big reason she turned heel now. With just a few weeks left before WrestleMania 41, WWE's got time to heat up this rivalry and make it a must-see match at the show of shows. Triple H loves the classic good guy versus bad guy setup for Mania, and that's exactly what he's doing here. Turning Naomi into a mean streak on SmackDown works great for everyone involved. She's been the good guy on TV forever. Way back before the pandemic era, she was still the heroic type, even when other women flipped to the dark side. This year, WWE finally decided to shake things up with her character, and that's why she turned heel this week. It's a fresh start after years of being the fan-favorite babyface. Going villain gives Naomi a chance to run wild as a true bad guy in WWE after such a long stretch as the hero. Plus, this heel turn opens the door to all kinds of cool feuds and new paths for the Glow. Down the road, fans are already buzzing about a clash with Bianca Belair. That could be an epic fight. People love them as a tag team, so seeing them go head-to-head might just steal the show. LA Knight speaks out. After snagging the United States Championship again, LA Knight didn't hold back after taking back the United States Championship on SmackDown tonight. The megastar beat Shinsuke Nakamura to start his second run with the title. He'd first won it at SummerSlam 2024, only to lose it to Nakamura in November last year. But in just 4 months, he turned it around and got the upper hand on the Japanese star during the latest SmackDown. After the big win, LA Knight grabbed a mic backstage and laid out his plans, promising to carry that title everywhere. Been too long, my man. Way too long. Whether I gotta cut this thing around, carry it around, what I need to do is to get these plates off here. What I need to do is put that LA Knight back on it. What I need to do is take this title back to places, maybe it once was, but to places it has never been. What I need to do is then to take this title all over the Dan world. I think we're going to Europe not too long from now, the US title coming all over there. I tell you what, just the same as here in US, you can all pledge allegiance to Champ of the United States. What's everybody saying? LA Knight. This marks LA Knight's second title win in WWE. Sure, he snagged the $1 million championship back in NXT, but WWE doesn't officially count that one. Still, the megastar's got the crowd buzzing, and he's ready to make this US title run bigger than ever. Netflix steps up as WWE's new home in India. Big news for wrestling fans. Netflix is taking over as WWE's official home in India. The switch is locked in, and the date's been set. Starting April 1st, 2025, every WWE show will move to Netflix in India. This is all part of a huge long-term deal with the company. You'll get Raw, NXT, and SmackDown on the streaming giant, plus the massive events like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, and all the other premium live shows. Fans can watch live with English or Hindi commentary. Your pick. On top of that, Netflix will dig into WWE's vault for exclusive old-school matches and moments to stream whenever you want. Triple H even dropped a special video to hype up fans and welcome them to this new chapter. India's always been a hotspot for WWE, with millions of fans hooked on the action. Now, with Netflix, WWE's ready to bring its wild, larger-than-life stories to even more people. The original plan was to turn Cody Rhodes heel. Cody Rhodes is gearing up to defend his undisputed WWE Championship against John Cena at WrestleMania 41. But here's the twist. there was a secret plan to flip him into a heel. A report from Fightful Select spilled the tea. Someone pitched an idea to Cody Rhodes to turn him into a villain before the big show. The plan was for the American Nightmare to team up with The Rock and go against John Cena at this year's WrestleMania, but Cody said no way. So they took the idea to Cena instead, and the 47-year-old jumped at it. The Rock was totally on board, ready to make this wild story happen once Cena signed up. The report also said a bunch of people close to Rhodes had no clue this was even in the works. The Cena vs. Rhodes match has been brewing since November 2024, with everyone expecting them to clash at WrestleMania 41. Now, it's finally coming together, but with a curveball. Cena's the one who turned on Cody. Triple H on the future of Travis Scott in WWE after controversy. Triple H just spilled some big news about what's next for Travis Scott in WWE, even with all the mess that's been swirling around him lately. Speaking at the Sloan Sports Analytics Conference, he tackled the rapper's future head-on. Travis got caught up in the wild John Cena heel turn, but things got messy when clips went viral, showing him smacking Cody Rhodes for real. Words even going around that he hurt Cody with a hard hit to the head. Triple H didn't dodge the topic. He laid out what's coming for Travis. Brushing off the drama, he told the press they're doubling down on Scott's role, saying he's about to play a bigger part in the story with The Rock, John Cena, and Cody Rhodes as WrestleMania 41 gets closer. We have Travis Scott in the middle of a storyline right now that will get bigger as we head into WrestleMania and coming out of it. Looks like fans are in for more Travis Scott action, no matter what happened with Cody. The American Nightmare's been saying Scott never even touched him, but those online clips, popping up everywhere, tell a different story, showing the hit loud and clear for anyone watching. John Cena's next major appearance confirmed. WWE's charging toward WrestleMania 41, but right now all eyes are on John Cena's retirement tour, which is just 2 months in. The 16-time world champ's got a packed schedule ahead, and he's just been confirmed for a huge show where he might walk in with the top prize. Big Match John won his last Elimination Chamber match, then shocked everyone by turning heel, teaming up with The Rock and Travis Scott to take out Cody Rhodes. Now Cena's set to face the American Nightmare at WrestleMania 41 for the undisputed WWE Championship, aiming to top Ric Flair's legendary record. He's also booked for Raw tapings in Brussels, Glasgow, and London, and he'll keep going until he hangs up his boots at the end of 2025. The face that runs the place is now confirmed for his 5th WWE Saturday Night's main event, and if he beats Rhodes on the grandest stage, he could show up as the undisputed champ. Saturday Night's main event 39 is set for May 24th at the Yuengling Center in Tampa, Florida, and Cena's the only name announced so far. WWE's primetime TV special is part of a massive Memorial Day weekend takeover in Tampa. The 39th SNME will hit screens live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC and Peacock at the same time. Combo ticket deals go on sale next Friday, March 14th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time through Ticketmaster, with a pre-sale kicking off 2 days earlier. On locations offering SNME priority passes too, priced at $700 and $2,250. Meanwhile, AEW had to shuffle its 7th Double or Nothing PPV from Las Vegas to Phoenix because WWE's got WrestleMania 41 locked in Sin City a month earlier. Now, Tony Khan's Big Show's taking another hit from WWE's plans. WWE, the Tampa Bay Sports Commission, and Vinix Sports Group dropped the news today. 4 events are coming to Tampa over Memorial Day weekend. The Yuengling Center, once home to WWE's Thunderdome, will host SNME on May 24th, NXT Battleground on May 25th, Raw on May 26th, and NXT on May 27th. Battleground's going toe-to-toe with AEW's Double or Nothing, just like they did back in 2023. 3-day and 4-day combo tickets hit Ticketmaster on March 14th, though prices are still under wraps. They said more details on single tickets will come later. John Cena goes bald to match The Rock after turning heel. A wrestling old-timer says John Cena's about to shave his head completely bald, and soon. He even spilled why it could happen now that Cena's gone bad guy. Over the years, Cena's style has switched up a bunch, and fans have noticed his hair's not as thick up top as it used to be. Still, since his big return, he's kept it long. But now, Vince Russo, a guy who's been around the wrestling world forever, thinks Cena's ready to ditch it all. On the latest Bro Down episode on Sportskeeda Wrestle Binge, Russo laid it out plain and simple when someone asked if WWE's tweaking Cena's look after his heel turn. Bro, I got to tell you, I think he's going to shave his head. With The Rock rocking the bald look too, it'd make them quite the pair. Another wrestling voice, Dutch Mantell, chimed in, saying Cena needs some sun to tan up. He wasn't sure if going bald would be a win for Cena or not. Guess we'll find out if the champ chops it all off in the next few days.